Tina was the guardian of the Roman orphanage. They received assistance 3 days ago. Helping is provided by a couple. The orphans were ecstatic. The Rosses lost their daughter 12 years ago. 2 people blindly believe in Satan due to excessive grief. Soon their daughter was possessed by a doll, occasionally appear as ghosts. Until the night of July 15th. Ram spots a ghost in the window. She was right. It's not his daughter Anna who is slow. It's 7 feet of Aaron Hagenda. When Ralph gets home, Ram's left eye has been gouged. But Jesus Cross and holy water are awesome this time. Hagenda was locked in the box. The surrounding area is also firmly sealed by 3 layers of Bibles. And of course you don't know that. They are still excited about moving to a new home. I knew something was wrong. And inside it seems to be a small elevator. Tina fiddled around and didn't pay much attention for a while. Tina's Ling Jui began a crazy warning. Part of Hagenda's power has penetrated the seal. This little girl is his target. The girl is suffering from sitting enchantress. Polio since childhood. It's the perfect vehicle for possession. A piece of paper was stuffed in the door. It says fans. Enchantress is weird. Who plays hide and seek with her in the middle of the night? She was led to a room. Ding Ningwan ordered never to enter. She found the place full of beautiful dolls. There is a miniature in the middle. It should be the equivalent zoom of the villa inside. Enchantress found a key. It looks like the suite in front of you. She opened the room. Inside lay a doll. Enchantress feels a little penetrating. Can be sealed and forced. How could Jenda let go of this opportunity? The Enchantress locked the room. Enchantress is flustered. This is the white cloth arching of the Ganoderma lucidum tree. Enchantress turns back. It looks like there's something in there. The Enchantress is afraid. But in the end, there was nothing in the white cloth. He limped back to his room. And Hagenda in the box has escaped. The Jesus on the wall began to hang upside down again the next day. A group of people are going to play hide and seek. There is the camera obscura of the stairs. Inside, the 2 met the healed Hagenda. When the strange thing is over, 3 to 6 plans to hold a tea party. They are wrapped in sheets. Chatability shock. Then there was a creaking sound outside the sheets. It's a shadow. 5 or 6 ghost hats. And the shadow is getting closer. I found that the shadow was no longer there. It seemed like a false alarm, but as the lights come on, everything is calm again. But when Tina heard the news, she felt worse and worse. But Roma is paralyzed in bed. Nothing was revealed. All she knew was that the Rosses had once had a daughter. The devil. She took the picture of Anna and the doll. She doesn't know. Anna in the dark is making sense. And the Enchantress who can't sleep. But Nijo looked at the weird doll. I always feel like I can't breathe. On the other hand, Enchantress even flipped through Anna's diary. So the door is closed. The 2 bosses waved their hands automatically without anyone. The Enchantress is afraid. He rips it off. But there's no mechanism in it at all. And then something happened behind him. The Enchantress has the courage to figure out all the consequences. The Enchantress said hello, trembling. But the other party didn't pay attention. After 3 seconds, Hagenda revealed his true colors. The ghost of the Enchantress beat and scolded him and was dragged into the darkness. He's going to have some fun. The Enchantress fled outside the house. But the doors suddenly closed one by one. Enchantress backhanded and sat on the elevator chair. Switch start. He was teleported downstairs. Anna's room is windless. The devil is scattered. But at the corner, the elevator suddenly moves in the opposite direction. She passed it on to Anna step by step. Of course it's just futile. Soon there was a scream in the night sky. Then a boot. She was smashed semi-permanently as the little girlfriend of the Enchantress. So she took a catapult gun and aimed it outside. Whenever something dirty comes in, I plan to give him a shot. 2 discoveries. She really seemed to have dropped something. The rope gets higher and higher, and the footsteps in the dark are getting closer and closer. Nijo flees. But suddenly the bed shook, too strong enough to stick his head out. I saw a row of footprints on the ground leading straight to his lower bunk. Nijo couldn't hold back her curiosity. 2 murdered souls scattered. As soon as the lightning doesn't move at 10 o'clock, you will get sleepy. When she woke up, he remembered being afraid again. But there's nothing under the bed. Because Hagenda, who got up early, had already started the operation. He pushed the Enchantress all the way into the warehouse. Then the wheelchair was sent flying. But the eternal Enchantress has no way to go to heaven. She had to hide on the shelves. But there Anna was already waiting. Wait until you find her. She said he had no love. But Erjo understands that she is no longer his best friend. She told Rose about it. Ross couldn't sit still for a moment. He warned Erjo to stay away from that doll, and he took up the cross. And at this point, the puppet is in charge. Ross understands that the evil spirits have escaped, and the paralyzed enchantress behind her stood upright, hidden in the darkness. The 7-foot evil spirit sacrificed his true body. But unfortunately, Ross's fingerless finger was rubbed and broken. Without the blessing of divine power, Jesus cannot be protected at all. She is thoughtful. That night he launched the operation. Today, this dry well is his burial place. Loose the handbrake. It turned out 10 minutes ago. Pina found the sneaky too. Unbelievable. Erjo just told her there was a curse on the doll. Then he threw her into the dry well. But the doll didn't fall to the end, and it trembled all over again. Tina was shocked. He struggled to pull out too. Then I closed the lid, but what's inside clearly doesn't give up. The faces of the two who were killed were pale. The doll has been preemptively laid back on the sofa. She told everyone to hurry up and find the enchantress. Visited Roma with the doll. Only then did Tina learn about Hagenda's story. The children discovered the possessed enchantress. Tina asks the 3 sisters for help, and he's going to find someone else. Enchantress blocked the way. Nay quickly held the rosary and said a prayer. But she didn't change her clothes and couldn't exert her strength at all. On the other side, the 3 sisters wanted to ask Roma for help. But there was only one mask left on the bed. It turned out that Roma had already been hung on the wall. They got into a truck, but the engine keeps failing. And as the lights flicker, the scarecrow in front is like clockwork. Final launch. A few people are like frightened birds. Liujo escaped into the warehouse first, but the others stood still. It's the scarecrow that disappeared. 6 were trapped in the blink of an eye. Article 6, appointment. But he's not going to sit still. But this seems to have angered the scarecrow. Flashing lights. 2 claws emerge from the grass. Obviously, there's something hidden inside, and the light bulb seemed to be the key to everything. She must protect the only light source. Everything is weird. But the ghost lights are online. The one who made the move was the evil spirit Hagenda. 6 step-by-step fell at 7 even and 8 speeds. But it's full of scattered puppets. Liujo almost died in place, and the wooden door was slammed again. 6 can only cover their eyes and wait to die. It's a pity that 5 sisters escaped. But on the other side, Pina was left behind. In the nick of time, he got into Dina's bedroom. But the doors and windows have been sealed. 2 are like turtles in a dream. But he found a way out. 2 do their best. She fled downstairs. But this is the Roth's bedroom. Dark Jerome has already planned. Climbing on the ground like a pearl of life. 2 forward and backward as bones. It's a possessed enchantress. What to do? What to do? In a panic, Erjo suddenly had an idea. She smashed the enchantress's flashlight first. Then hold the rope with both hands. 2 managed to escape upstairs. He's waiting for the rabbit on the road. In a panic, she ducked into Jesus' box. But there is also a doll squatting here. Shuangmu is still bright. 2 spiked hairs. She broke the doll apart, forced not to go alone. 2 were captured. Tina fell from the sky at a critical moment. She held the doll against his hand first, then hanged the Jesus necklace around the neck of the psoas muscle. Tina ended up using the closet as a bolt. Argenda is trapped again. Huge magic scattered. The whole villa began to tremble. Bursting lights. Hagenda escapes through the hole with her handsome appearance. She was soon adopted, 12 years later. The first knife after the restoration of the 10-mile ban in Hagenda, once he needed to find the doll that came back to life. And the doll has been tossed and turned. So in the next episode, the evil spirits begin their glorious revenge.